Hi, Raimi.
Hi, Taylor.
Welcome to Much Ado About Some Shit, where every week Raimi tries to talk me into watching garbage television by walking me through a season or episodes or whatever of a thing.
Yeah.
What are we doing, Raimi?
We are, by Taylor's special request, to not do Gilly Gals.
We can't just be a Gilly Gals podcast, okay?
We're going to do the first 3 episodes of season 2 of Claim to Fame. We had a lot of fun with it last season.
Claim of fame.
Yeah.
X isn't here anymore, though.
No.
Tragic. Quick note to any first-time listeners. Any photos we reference are not crucial to the plot, but they help me remember who the hell is who. And you can see them either on the YouTube version of our podcast or on our Instagram. Much Ado Some Shit.
Yeah. Also, it's Franklin now.
Who? What? Huh?
The Jonas Brothers.
Oh.
Do you remember which Jonas Brothers host this show?
Not at all.
No. Perfect.
One of them's Joe, right?
No.
Wait, no? Okay. Oh, Frank Jonas? It's Franklin?
It was Frankie.
Sure it was.
Yeah. And now it's Franklin.
Okay. Right, Nick is the oldest.
No.
No? God damn it. Okay, Joe, Nick, and we're in the band.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the third one? Who is apparently this one?
It's that one.
Yeah. He was the oldest. He was the one I didn't have a crush on
Yep.
as a tween girl.
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck is he?
He's Kevin. He's Kevin Jonas.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that one.
Kevin and Franklin Jonas host this show.
Yep.
Yep.
Okie dokie.
Are you ready to meet our contestants?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, I've provided a newer photo of Kevin and Franklin.
Cool. There they are.
Yep, that's them.
Mm-hmm.
That's some Jonases. Okay, so
All
first
right.
we've got Gabriel.
Okay.
Do you remember the structure of this show at all?
2 truths and a lie.
Yep. So Gabriel says that it's his brother who is an athlete, who has an NAACP award.
Okay.
The lie is that he's an athlete.
Oh.
Gabriel's like, I got these big shoulders. Maybe people will think like football, you know.
Sure.
Then we have Carly,
Uh-huh.
who says it's her uncle, who is a musician, who has an Oscar.
Okay. Do we know the lie?
It's that it's a musician.
Okay.
Yeah. But Carly is like, my relative is such a big star. Like, it's going to be really hard to keep everything, you know,
Okay.
under wraps.
Sure. We literally had an identical twin last season.
Right.
And they were not the first eliminated.
Right? It's wild. Yeah.
Like, is tricks, is mind games.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Okay.
So this is Travis. Who
I
says
love his shirt. It's spiders.
Yes.
10 out of 10.
I love Travis. Travis is...
He's got a good vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Like the vibe.
He's a youngin'. He's 22.
He is a baby.
Yeah.
I thought he looked young.
Yeah.
All right. What's his deal?
He says that his father is an actor with a Critics' Choice Award.
Okay.
And everybody's like, what the fuck is a Critics' Choice Award? It's a Critics' Choice Award anyway.
Okay.
The lie is that his father is an actor.
Okay.
Because if he had said what his father actually is, it would give it away immediately.
All right.
So this is Jane.
Jane has a moon dress.
Yes.
I like Jane.
I like Jane's style a lot. So Jane says that her father is a musician with a Grammy,
Okay. What's the lie?
that it's her father.
Okay.
This is JR.
Okay.
So we don't see everybody's 2 truths and a lie,
okay.
unfortunately. So some of this is kind of pieced together.
Sure.
But JR says that it is his brother who is an athlete. And we know that the athlete part is a lie.
Okay.
Yeah. But JR's like, huge.
So it's an easy lie.
Yeah.
If you're already well past 6 feet or whatever, it's like, yeah, let's go with athlete.
Right, yeah, exactly.
All right.
Okay, this is Cole,
Mm-hmm.
who says that his celebrity relative is his father.
Okay.
We don't find this out in the first 3 episodes, but I am aware that that is a lie.
Okay.
It's not his father.
Not his daddy. All right.
All right, this is Olivia.
A redhead.
Yes.
Beautiful hair.
Olivia, what we find out from Two Truths and a Lie from her is that her celebrity relative has a Razzie.
Woohoo.
So by that, I take it you know what a Razzie is.
yes, I do know what
Okay.
a Razzie is, but let's say
So,
what it is just
A
in
Razzie
case.
is basically like a worst award.
Yeah.
They definitely have they've got different categories and
Uh-huh.
stuff.
I really like when celebrities go and accept their Razzie because
Uh-huh.
they have a good attitude about
Oh
it.
yeah.
You know?
I know Sandra Bullock.
Yeah,
has
that's
accepted-
specifically who
Yep.
I was
Mhm.
thinking of. She's like, thanks for putting me in this terrible movie.
right? I wonder what it was. Like I can't remember the
I
movie,
think
though.
it was all about Steve.
I have no idea what the fuck that is.
I may or may not be right, but it was a random movie that
Okay.
was swiftly forgotten.
Nice. Love those.
But I remember.
You remember.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Anyway. what does that mean?
It's a reference. Don't worry about it.
Okay,
Anyway,
all right.
Okay.
So this is Hugo.
Hugo. That name always makes me think of Lost.
Oh, fair. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We just recently
Yeah,
wrapped up
Hurley.
our rewatch of Lost.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even know if we're through the last episode. Anyway.
Yeah, things get weird after like season 3.
Oh, it's just fucking garbage, dude. We suggested to a friend of ours who's not seen Lost. We were like, let's watch the first episode and then the last episode. And then you get to figure out what the fuck happened between.
So, anyone who doesn't know us personally,
Yeah.
it's funny to me to hear her call it garbage because me and her husband were super Lost fans when it was
Yeah.
on originally, which we were children and probably shouldn't have been watching it.
Yeah, no.
But that happened.
There's a point where 2 people fuck in a bear cage.
I don't remember that. I remember the one where people get buried alive.
Oh, yeah.
That one,
Mhm.
that one stayed with me. Anyway,
Funny. But you don't remember the bear cage fucking?
I don't. I think little me was really trying not to pay attention to any of the fucking. Something that remains true to today.
Yes.
Anyway.
Well, my husband was like, they're both hot.
By panic.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so Hugo, what's his
Yep.
deal?
So Hugo says that it's his grandfather is an athlete with a Nobel Prize.
That's quite the combo.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
The lie is that it's an athlete.
Yeah, I'd imagine. Not too many of those get Nobel Prizes.
No.
But what do I know? Or just like a scientist who runs sometimes. You know? Anyway.
Fair enough. Okay, so this is Monet.
She's pretty.
She is very pretty. Sometimes she wears her hair natural,
Mm-hmm.
so it's just this big poof.
I love the big
Yeah.
poof.
So Monet says that her celebrity relative is her father, who is an athlete and has an Emmy.
Okay.
Yeah. And everybody's like, oh, what?
That's the one everyone's like, what about? So
Right.
many of them are like, this is an athlete with a random ass prize.
Right? Yeah. Uh-huh.
Y'all, I don't know what games you're trying to play. But
Right? Yeah.
What's the lie? Do we
I
know?
don't know.
Okay. Playing it close
yeah.
to the chest.
Yep. So this is Shane.
She's also pretty.
Yes. Her
They're all pretty. It's
Yes.
fine.
Her father is a musician with a Grammy.
See, at least that makes sense.
Yeah. But what's the lie, though? Fun fact, it's the musician.
What? Yeah, I guess you can just say whatever you want. It's who knows? Who the fuck
Right,
knows?
yeah.
Anyway.
I will say, like, we know Shane's father, and he's not mainly a musician. He's known for being an actor.
Okie dokie.
Yep. All right. This is Chris. What we know about him is that his celebrity relative has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Okay. He looks familiar.
Right? I know.
Maybe it's just because he's a white guy named Chris.
Fair.
But also, he looks familiar somehow.
Right, yeah.
So, I don't know.
Okay, and this is Carson.
Hi, Carson.
What we know is that her celebrity relative is a musician, supposedly.
That's all we got.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so then we've got everybody.
There's everybody's faces.
Yep. Okay, so do you remember the clue wall from last season?
Yes.
Somewhat. Okay.
And that the clues are not straightforward.
No. No, they are not.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's a new clue wall in town. Gabriel immediately notices a green bench and is like, oh, that's the bench from Forrest Gump.
Okay. I've never seen Forrest Gump.
What?
I know all the references and
Right,
everything
yeah, I
because
know.
it's so entrenched in the public zeitgeist that if somebody quotes Forrest Gump, I'm like, yep, that's Forrest Gump there.
Right, yeah.
But I don't know the fucking bench is green. I know he sits on the bench with a box of chocolates
Yep.
and talks to some unfortunate stranger.
Right.
Anyway,
I think it's a few strangers, if I remember correctly.
probably.
It's been the first and only time I've seen the movie was a bus to Colorado in 7th grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and you're chewing me out for not having seen it. You just watched it on a bus.
Well, yeah. But I get it, though.
Yeah.
It's one of those movies like She's All That where it's like everybody knows
Yeah.
what happens.
Right.
But
Yep.
yeah, you don't have to watch it to get it.
Exactly.
When Gabriel is like, Forrest Gump, Tom Hanks, Jane is noticing that Carly is being very reactive to the clue wall.
Okay.
Like, is like, what? No, that can't be. No.
Okay.
Yeah. Fun fact.
Tom Hanks' niece. Oh, you want to hear a fun fact I learned about Tom Hanks?
Yes.
Okay. Because usually when you find out things about actors, it's bad stuff.
Yeah.
This was not.
Uh-huh.
I went to a film festival a couple years ago that had some of the folks who worked on Jurassic Park there, which was really cool.
Oh, yeah.
But they were talking about like different celebrities they'd worked with, and their fun little side story about Tom Hanks was that one day they couldn't find him. Like he was supposed to be on set, didn't know where the hell Tom was, and they go looking around, and they end up finding him reading to a group of toddlers.
Oh, that's fantastic.
How did he get there? Nobody knows. But the toddlers took him in as their own.
Right, yeah.
And he read to them. And I'm like, that is the most wholesome goddamn thing.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
So that's your fun fact about Tom Hanks. He seems
Perfect.
like he's one of the good ones. Because usually when you can't find an actor, it's because they're up to some fuckery, not
For
reading to
real.
a group of small
Yeah.
children.
Yeah. Like doing lines of oak or
He's
fucking
American's
sexually
dad.
assaulting somebody.
Yeah. No, he's just hanging with some toddlers,
Toddlers.
reading them a
Ugh.
book.
Oh,
America's dad. Anyway.
yeah. Oh, fantastic. Okay.
All right.
So then we do the talent show.
Mm-hmm.
Couple of talents. Jane sings this song and plays the ukulele, mentions Franklin in it.
Toxic gossip train.
Right, I know.
Sorry, I couldn't resist. Anyway.
No, that's fair. I was going to do Moon River from Breakfast at Tiffany's for a show recently, and I bought a little ukulele. It ended up being so fucking tiny.
Oh, comically small ukulele.
Comically small ukulele. But then I showed this to Isaac, my husband, and he was like, "You can't use that." And I was like, "Why not?" And
Not
he was
unless-
like, it's Colleen Ballinger.
Yep. Yeah, you can't just. We gotta wait a while till anybody can just do a normal ukulele song.
Seriously,
Because
yeah.
if you pull out a ukulele, I expect you to sing "Toxic Gossip Train,"
Right? Yeah.
or some I really did enjoy all of the
Parodies.
of people like doing a heavy sigh and then pulling out like just increasingly ridiculous instruments.
Sorry, I groomed children.
Woo! Slide
good.
whistle.
I love that one.
Mac Does It did those like music note shaped things that just do like a blah, blah, blah,
Hell yeah.
which was
Oh,
hilarious.
an automaton.
Yeah. Yeah,
Nice.
it was very funny.
Fuck, I
Anyway.
want an automaton. They're so expensive.
All right.
Right, ukulele. Okay.
So she does an adorable, not toxic gossip
Yes,
train
yeah.
ukulele performance.
She's like, Franklin, you're my favorite Jonas brother. It's very cute.
cute.
Hugo does some weightlifting,
Okay.
which everybody's like, ah.
Yep. It's yep.
Because it's also not very long.
Okay.
Shane does like card tricks.
Cool.
Gabriel raps.
Okay.
JR shoots hoops.
Okay.
Gets one out of like a whole rack.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's tragic.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd clap.
Right. Cole paints.
Cool.
Olivia does a dance routine on a pole.
Okay.
I'm always impressed by that.
I mean, it's the athleticism
Mm-hmm.
is wild.
For real. Carson sings Amazing Grace.
Okay.
Does not sing it well.
Oh no.
When all is said and done, she's like, the sympathy claps saved me from being in the bottom two.
The sympathy class.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Aw.
Because it's chosen by the most
Oh.
clapped.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep. Got a sympathy clap.
Yeah.
I would clap for everyone. I'd feel too bad.
Right. Yeah. Carson's is just rough. Like it's like
Oh.
off note. Like
Oh
it's
no.
sad.
Okay.
Yeah. You would have to leave. Probably.
Probably. Yep. I just hi, I gotta take this call.
Mhm.
Gotcha. All right. I get secondhand embarrassment
Yes.
really hard.
Yes. So Chris sings an original song on guitar.
Okay.
And he's like, I'm really nervous to do this because like I sound just like my celebrity relative. So
Okay.
there's that.
There's that.
Then Travis. So Travis recites the first 100 digits of pi
All right.
while making pizza.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember there's like it's a pie song, but not really because they're just singing the numbers. Like 3.1415265352779. I don't think I got most of those right, but you know,
He like doesn't.
3.14159.
There's no like musical cadence to it.
Okay.
He just like recites it.
Yeah, a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild,
I mean, get it.
right?
Anyway.
And then Carly. So Travis recites the first 100 digits, and is like, this is kind of risky because it'll give a clue to like who my celebrity relative is, but like I have to play to my strengths.
Okay.
So, and then Carly does this like rap dance routine,
Okay.
and everybody's like, she's really funny. So like it could be like, I don't know, Jim Carrey or something.
Okay.
But she like raps about her uncle.
Okay.
Which is a choice.
That's a risk, Carly.
Yep. And is like, he's got Oscars, he's been on Broadway and magazines and stuff. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
I guess it doesn't have to be the truth either. She could just be saying words.
That's true. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like people could very well throw people off with shit like that.
Exactly.
Well, and like Gabriel rapped, but he did not rap about his celebrity relative.
I wouldn't expect him to have.
Right? Yeah. So it's kind of odd that Carly does.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie.
I wish I could have heard Chris to see if I would have, if he really sounds just like it.
Right, yeah. I like watching it, I'm like, I have no clue.
I remember watching The Masked Singer a few years back
Mm-hmm.
and going, man, this guy sounds a lot like Daughtry. Like, I really like his.
Oh.
It was Daughtry.
It was.
It was literally Daughtry.
That's hilarious. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Love that.
Anyway,
So Travis wins the talent show.
cool.
So he thus wins immunity for that week
Okay.
and a clue,
Cool.
like a special clue from the clue room with the wine.
Yeah.
Remember?
Wine clues.
Yeah. Okay. Unfortunately, though, JR and Hugo are in the bottom.
Dun, dun, dun.
So one of them will be voted as the guesser
Okay.
for his first guess of the season.
Just, yeah, they could have workshopped their talent a little more.
You know, maybe.
All right.
When JR was shooting his sad hoops, he hurt his leg.
How? I'm sorry, how?
He like at one point goes into like dunk, but then he like falls, and he falls on his leg really weird.
Oh, that was just a cursed show, wasn't it, JR?
Right? Yeah.
Oh, buddy. I feel like maybe the athlete lie isn't working so well
No.
anymore.
Well, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's definitely an athlete," and they're like throwing around a bunch of different
Athlete
basketball players, mostly.
Yeah. I feel like a basketball player, famous relative, would have at least touched.
You would hope. You would hope.
Oh, okay.
So because of this, he's on crutches.
Oh, bless his heart.
And this gains him a lot of sympathy from the house. They're like, poor...
I mean, I feel bad.
Right, yeah.
You know?
Nobody wants that to happen to anybody.
No. But also, dear God.
Right?
All right.
Mhm.
Anyway.
So Travis gets to pick a clue, and he chooses Shane's clue. This is because she, like, hasn't talked to anybody very much and scribbles in her notebook all the time. Like, is
Okay.
constantly writing stuff down.
Ooh.
We learned that she's literally just doodling. She takes it into the confession room
So-
and is like, I'm just drawing. But everybody's like, oh my God, she's so mysterious.
Hello, social anxiety.
Right? I feel that.
Yep. But when you're pretty, it can't be social
No.
anxiety.
No,
No,
no, no.
You're either mysterious or a bitch, depending on who's looking.
Truly.
Yeah.
Or just like a weirdo.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
But no. Yeah. Can't have social anxiety if
Mhm.
you're pretty.
Right, yeah. So the clue...
I love that she's just doodling and everybody's like, ooh.
Right, yeah.
That's amazing.
It's X-coded, honestly.
I love it. Love it so much.
So the clue that he gets is coming to America and plays buckwheat.
Buckwheat. I know that name.
I love that coming to America says nothing to you. But
Nothing
you're
at
like,
all.
Buckwheat.
Yep. Look. You know how I am. Buckwheat. What is that from?
It's from it's a character
I know.
on a very popular TV show
Yeah.
that has been airing since the 70s.
Still is airing?
Well, not right now because of the writer's strike,
Oh, right.
but
Go Riders. Show them what's what.
for real.
Um,
And it's only on a specific day of the week, on the weekend.
this isn't SNL.
It's SNL.
What?
Mhm.
Who the fuck is Buckwheat?
Eddie Murphy played a character named Buckwheat.
Oh.
on Saturday Night Live.
Okay. Oh, yeah. And Eddie Murphy was in Coming to America.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Yep. Look, he hasn't been on SNL in a long time.
he has not been on SNL.
But when he hosted, he did play Buckwheat again.
oh, that's fun.
It
That's
was.
fun.
It was
Yeah.
a good time.
That
Anyway.
was, like his start.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Okay, so Carly and Chris are at the clue wall,
Mm-hmm.
and they are like, "Oh, there's this astronaut here. well, who was an astronaut? Buzz Aldrin. Oh, is there any sort of like buzzer or something? Oh, there's a bee.
Okay.
So they're like, Hugo's grandfather is Buzz Aldrin. Because he could have won a Nobel Peace Prize.
Sure. Maybe. I can't remember.
Right?
He
Yeah.
won something.
And then when Chris brings up the Forrest Gump bench,
Mm-hmm.
Chris also picks up that Carly is deflecting.
Yeah, she
from
doesn't seem like she's being very subtle if two different people have been like, she's real defensive about that bench.
Right? Yeah. People think that Travis's father is Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Oh, I guess he could be.
Possible.
Hmm.
Jane is like, he's got the exact same cadence.
Interesting.
And he's a little nerd, so.
Little nerd. That's funny. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I guess I mean, I don't know. Sure.
Right? So Chris, Gabriel, and JR conspire about who Carly's relative could be. Carly tries to convince Hugo and Travis that she has value in staying in the game because she's a little older, so she knows a little bit more than them because they're so young.
I mean, fair. If you got a 22-year-old here, like,
Right? Yeah.
like, I'd want somebody older around, and I'm, a few years older than that. Just
Right, yeah.
for the people I don't fucking know.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I would definitely want to do a little bit of like random celebrity studying
Right.
before I went and did this.
Yeah.
But I do have a very weird, broad knowledge.
You would do much better than I.
Yes.
This is the one you should go on. I'll be
I
at home.
have no celebrity relatives.
So is she just fully Eddie Murphy's relative? I mean, they named two of his roles.
Right, yeah.
That doesn't seem like a subtle clue.
No. It's not super subtle.
Wow. I
Yeah.
feel like last season's clues were much more subtle.
Right, yeah.
Instead of just naming two famous roles.
Right. There is well, I don't know anybody else who's in fucking Coming to America.
And plays buckwheat.
Yeah, that too.
That's real specific.
It would take me a long time, but I could get the other guy's name eventually. Anyway.
But if they'd just done that, then it could have been a lot of people. But they said
yeah.
plays buckwheat also. That is one character
Right, yeah.
played by Eddie Murphy, who is also in Coming to America.
Right.
That's a really heavy-handed clue.
There's
That's
a weird clue later,
Okay.
too, that, like, it's a lot.
Okay.
We'll talk about it.
That seems like they did Shane dirty.
Yeah,
That's not a clue. That's just telling you it's Eddie Murphy.
right, yeah.
Wow.
And they are, like, the clues, they're, like, symbols.
Okay.
So you have to, but I saw the Coming to America, like, it was like an arrow and then, like, America.
Yeah.
And then, like, a person with a crown.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh, it's Coming to America.
Yeah.
Like,
Duh.
I knew immediately.
Yeah.
The ampersand, the play button, the deer, and the wheat threw me off.
Oh.
But,
Plays buckwheat.
yeah. So,
Gotcha.
okay. Guess off, baby.
Woo.
So Hugo is chosen as the guesser.
Okay.
Do you remember how that works?
You have to either guess right or go home.
Yes. He chooses to guess Carly's relative
Okay.
and guesses Tom Hanks.
Okay.
He is correct.
Yep. She was real defensive about a bench.
Mm-hmm.
Carly.
So Carly is out,
Okay, that was fast.
right? So she's really upset by this.
I mean-
she starts to cry. She's like, I thought I was safe because I helped you, Hugo. She's like, I helped you. I helped you.
Oh,
She's like very upset about it.
yeah.
And she's like, everything you hear about Tom is true. He's the best guy. Like, I can come to him for anything. Like,
Aw.
all of this stuff. And then she says to Hugo, she's like, I helped you. And, if anything I said is right, I hope you go home because of that. And everybody's like, oh, God, okay.
Damn, okay.
So she walks off to go pack her things.
Uh-huh.
The Jonas Brothers walk off.
Uh-huh.
And Carly starts screaming.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Carly.
She starts screaming stuff about how she deserves to stay.
Okay.
The clues were too easy. There's no other movie that references a bench.
But you didn't have to react.
Exactly.
Like, I feel like Shane's clue was way too easy. That should have
Yeah.
been two separate clues.
Oh, yeah.
But you don't have a poker face.
Right, yeah.
And that isn't their fault. And
Mhm.
damn, I know that Tom Hanks is a good guy, but I think you need some.
Oh, it gets worse with the things she says.
Oh, no.
So
Oh, this is uncomfy.
she says Gabriel figured it out and he's not even smart.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's because you were
says,
really obvious.
right, that she deserves more camera time.
Yikes. That's
Yeah.
an ugly look, Carly.
Seriously.
Yeah. Tom will be disappointed in your behavior.
Right. Gabriel literally hears the he's not even smart and he's like, that's cold. Damn.
You don't even know me.
Yeah.
What
Like
the hell? How could anybody say that about anyone, first
Right.
of all? But
yeah.
especially like someone you just freaking met.
Yeah.
You just met him.
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
Yeah.
All right, I'm glad
It's-
she's gone.
oh.
I'm sorry Tom has to deal with her.
Right. It's
Wow.
wild. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Yikes.
So because of this, it's kind of clear that the game is going to be played very different.
Apparently.
Yeah.
This isn't going to be the cute camaraderie season like last
Right.
one.
Yeah. I will say of the two other eliminations we're going to watch, they're much better.
I mean, yeah, she was clearly the problem here.
Right? Yeah.
Goddamn.
She goes and starts screaming and Jane goes, "I think the right person was sent home."
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like yikes.
Yikes.
It would have been such a worse season probably if Carly had stayed.
No kidding.
Sorry, bitch.
God.
But
I think
Get your shit
Tom
together.
Hanks is going to sit her down and have a conversation about her behavior after this.
right, yeah.
Oh,
So
what
that's fun.
That's so embarrassing. Oh my God.
Right.
To act like that as a grown person.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Like I can't imagine doing something like that.
No,
Are you
God.
fucking kidding me?
God, no.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I make sure nobody can hear when I'm talking shit about them.
Look, we all talk shit sometimes. We got to get it out of the system.
Exactly.
But the when and the where and the volume are all important.
Mhm, exactly.
Oh, God.
So Travis decides to share his clue with Jane because he didn't figure it out.
Mhm.
Yeah. And she's like apprehensive about it because she sleeps in the same room as Shane,
Oh.
the person whose clue it is.
Uh-huh.
But she figures it out for him.
Uh-huh.
And Jane is like, you do have to be careful because when you have information, you have a target on your back.
Yep.
And,
You
people
sweet little baby boy.
kind of have an idea of who your celebrity relative is. So
Uh-huh.
Travis starts crying.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Jane comforts him.
Oh. Auntie Jane.
Mm-hmm. Jane then goes down and tells everybody about the clue and this interaction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she does lie about what the clue is.
Okay.
So,
that feels a bit like a protective auntie move. Like,
fair.
here, then he isn't the only one with the information,
Mm-hmm.
but he is.
Right, yeah.
So,
It's
and she told him about this to evoke sympathy for him. So
right, yeah.
she could have bought him another couple episodes.
Right, yeah. She so when she goes downstairs
Mhm.
and she like does this heavy sigh and someone's like, "Oh, what's going on? Are you okay?"
Uh-huh.
And she goes, "I made the baby cry."
Oh.
And
Not
we
the
see in her confessional too,
baby.
she's like, "I have a degree in psychology.
Oh.
Like I kind of know how to fuck with people.
Uh-huh.
And like, yeah, she does this. I think it could partially be some protection for Travis.
Mm-hmm.
But it also is maybe some sympathy for her.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, bit of column A, bit of column B.
Yep. Yeah.
Gotta play the game. But
Right.
still, she made the baby cry.
She made the baby cry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we get our first challenge, Citizens Talent
Mm-hmm.
show. We kind of get 3 in 1 because the whole idea of it is, you know, you're a celebrity, and so you have to do these, like, it's like a relay race kind of.
Sure.
So the first one, you have to put on makeup and wardrobe, and then you have to walk the red carpet, which is covered in tiny plastic building blocks that we cannot say for legal reasons. Then they have to fish through a barrel
Okay.
of fish chum
Oh.
to get a plastic award. Yeah.
Delightful.
Uh-huh. The last leg of this is the ab builder.
Okay.
So they put on one of those, like, ab workout simulator belts.
One of the like ab vibrators.
Yeah.
That does jack shit.
Well, apparently these are like super fucking strong because
Okay.
there's like different levels.
Okay.
Yeah. So they put one on everybody.
Okay.
And the last player to tap out is the winner, and then whoever the two who tap out first are the losers.
'Kay.
Nobody taps out. It's an 11-way tie.
That's because those belts do jack shit.
Right?
Oh.
What I love about this,
Mm-hmm.
all the boys are doubled over
Ha.
except for Hugo.
Oh.
Hugo, like,
Well, he did weightlifting.
well,
That involves core.
right. He's just standing there the whole time, and it's just like, this isn't bad.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yep.
He meditates.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Just, casual disassociation.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. I do that when I'm getting tattoos.
Fair. Yeah.
Yes. Nothing hurts.
No.
There is no pain.
Each of these 3 things, whoever the, last player to finish is,
Mm-hmm.
the last 2, we will get some information about their celebrity relative.
'Kay.
So, from this, we learn that JR's relative was born in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Gabriel's was born in California.
Mm-hmm.
Jane's relative was born in 1946.
Okay.
And this prompts Chris in a talking head to be like, my celebrity relative was really popular in the 70s. And that would kind of line up with Jane's possibly. So maybe we have a connection.
Huh.
Shane's celebrity relative was born in 1961.
Okay.
Monet wins the whole challenge.
Okay.
And Jane and Gabriel are in the bottom 2.
Okay.
So,
Not Jane. Not Auntie Jane.
right. So Gabriel thinks that Travis's celebrity relative is Neil Tyson deGrasse. Neil
Neil
deGrasse
deGrasse.
Tyson.
Neil deGrasse.
I did the thing he did. Gabriel did.
Oh.
He thinks it's Neil Tyson deGrasse. And not
No.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Tyson.
We see a moment with him in the Talking Heads where he asks the producers, he's like, if I say it in the wrong order, is that wrong? And they're like, yeah, you can't be like more Mary Tyler. You have to
Right.
Mary Tyler more.
Yeah.
It's got to be in the right order.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, damn.
Shit.
He's like convinced, though, that it's Neil Tyson deGrasse because he says Neil Tyson deGrasse, and Jane's like, yeah, that's who it is. And doesn't correct him. Yeah.
Jane.
Yeah. I feel that.
Oh, damn. This is a competition.
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna be some fuckery. It always
Right.
feels mean though, because they're like all nice people,
Right? Yeah.
but they're trying to win a game.
Right.
I like her vibe, but she also kind of strikes me as somebody who's like secretly competitive.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like, not one who's, like, aggressively competitive on the surface, but, like, has an underlying, I must win.
Oh, yeah. No, so when we do Two Truths and a Lie, when we meet everybody, Jane goes up and is like, hi, new friends, and people I'm going to destroy.
I love it.
It's fantastic.
I love it.
So, there's that. So Chris pulls Travis aside to convince him to show Gabriel the clue he has for Shane.
Okay.
JR is in the bathroom that he shares with Chris because they're all in a room together.
Sure.
Well, Travis isn't in the room, but here's all of this.
Okay.
So then he goes and tells Monet, Cole, and Shane.
Okay.
about this. So.
Okay. All right.
Monet chooses Chris's clue.
Okay.
And it's the order it goes, it's a dog, a heart, there's a shirt, an N, an I, a little like babushka, an arrow, and then 7 shirts.
Okay.
Yep.
Huh. I don't have it visible in front of me, so
Right, it's weird.
I can't really ruminate on it very well. I'm a very visual person.
Fair.
Hence why we have people's faces, so I know who the fuck we're talking
Uh-huh.
about. Otherwise, I'm doomed. Anyway.
Olivia and Cole thinks Jane's relative is a rock star
Okay.
because of all of the wigs that are on the clue wall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Which is a clue.
Yeah.
But they are on the wrong path.
Gotcha.
So then we also see Chris and Carson. So Monet pulled Chris's clue.
Yeah.
But she doesn't want everybody to know. So she tells everybody that she pulled Travis's clue as confirmation. And Chris and Carson do not believe that Monet pulled Travis's clue as confirmation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Then we see a conversation between Gabriel and Travis, where Gabriel tells Travis about Jane telling everyone his relative.
Wait, run that by me again.
I need to read my fucking sentence again. Gabriel tells Travis about Jane telling everyone Travis's relative. So Travis tells Gabriel Shane's clue.
Okay.
And Chris overhears the whole thing.
Okay.
Gabriel also says, yeah, really weird. He's like, yeah. Okay. He says it like that like 6 times in this conversation.
Okay.
And I just couldn't not hear it.
Okay. You all right, Gabriel?
Right?
All right.
So that's what happens.
Cool.
So the guess off. Gabriel is chosen as the guesser.
Okay.
He chooses Travis and guesses Neil deGrasse Tyson and says it correctly. Yeah. He is right, so Travis goes home.
Yeah.
But this is our first, we get a little video from Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very cute. So that's fun. Then we see Hugo trying to make kind of an alliance with Gabriel. So that's fun.
Okay.
Then we see, so Jane, Monet, and Shane share a room.
Okay.
Jane confronts Monet because she thinks Monet pulled her clue, Jane's clue.
Okay.
Because Jane overheard Monet saying puppy love, which was her relative's first single. Jane's relative's first single.
Oh.
Yeah. So she, like, confronts Monet about it, and Monet is like, I didn't pull your clue. Like, I promise you I did not pull your clue. So because of this, everybody, like, is talking about that confrontation, kind of.
Sure.
And in all of this, Chris hears about the puppy clue, and he's like, that's my clue.
Oh.
He, like, figures out that it's his clue.
Oh.
Because apparently puppy love is a very direct clue to his relative.
Huh.
Yeah.
A lot of puppies.
Right? I know.
What?
It's weird.
All right.
So he approaches Jane about it. Jane is like, "Are you sure it's yours?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm like pretty positive it's my clue because yeah, that relates to my celebrity relative." So this kind of cools Jane down a bit. Then we get another challenge.
Woo.
It is so confusing. They like explain it and I'm like, "What?" I did not understand what was happening.
Okay.
What it is, it's kind of like soccer. So there are these balls with everybody's faces on them.
Okay.
They get split up into two teams.
Okay.
One person is the captain.
Okay.
Whichever team wins, that captain wins immunity and a clue.
Okay.
Losing team, the captain is in the bottom two and has to pick another person on their team to be in the bottom two with them.
Okay.
Like each team has all of their balls, ball heads. It's so weird. On these like stands. And then there is one person, or they rotate a person to be the slingshot person.
Okay.
So whoever is doing the slingshot is trying to knock off the ball heads of the other team.
Okay.
And then the players of that team, whoever's not doing the slingshot, is in front of those balls trying to keep the slingshot ball away
Okay.
from. So it's like a little bit like soccer.
Sure.
But yeah,
Okay.
it's weird.
Okay.
Basically what we need to know about this, Chris, Cole, Shane, Carson, and Hugo are all on a team, and they win.
Okay.
Shane was the captain, so she wins immunity and a clue.
Okay.
The other team captain was Gabriel, so he is in the bottom two and chooses Jane to be in the bottom with him.
Whoa.
Yeah. So it will be the bottom for both of them.
Okay.
2 weeks in a row.
Damn.
Yeah. The losing team also has clues revealed about them. What it is their pictures are shown and they've like photoshopped some stuff in to these photos.
Okay.
So we get Gabriel's headshot, has drumsticks, a star, and one of those like copter caps.
Okay.
Monet's has a fedora and like some weather symbols like a cloud and stuff. JR has a binky and a chef hat.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yep. It's weird.
Baby
Real
chef.
Baby chef.
Baby
chef. Baby.
Chef baby.
Jane has an orchid flower in her hair,
Okay.
a parrot on her shoulder, and a collar.
Okay.
So, so Gabe feels pretty good about not being the guesser, but is still nervous about it because he's not positive about anyone's relative.
Sure.
We see a conversation with him, Monet, and Shane, and they're like, "We have numbers on your side. We're gonna vote Jane in. Like, you won't be the guesser, you know." But you know, it's still nerve-wracking. So Jane thinks she knows Hugo's relative, and calls it her back pocket pick.
Okay.
Thinks that it could be Jimmy Carter, the president. But she's unsure about this because Hugo's pretty young and Jimmy Carter's kids were in the White House with him.
Yeah.
And that was in the 60s.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's quite a gap.
yeah. Even if Hugo is his grandson, like there's a bit of a gap there. So
Right.
she's like,
the kids would have had to wait pretty late in life to
Yeah.
have kids.
which, you know,
or adopt,
isn't-
whatever.
Yeah.
Which isn't unheard of, but it's just less common.
Right,
So
yeah.
therefore less likely.
Knowing who Hugo's is, I'm pretty sure it's a biological line because he's got his eyes.
Okay.
Anyway,
Cool.
so Shane chooses Carson's clue,
Okay.
and I couldn't get the full clue, but it's something about there's a trophy, the eraser end of a pencil, there's a dash mark, and an E. So then we see Carson goes to Jane to push Monet as being related to Steve Harvey because her eyes are so big. like his. She kind of looks like Steve Harvey. There's all of the games up on the clue board.
Sure.
There's also a sign that says family is everything. He hosts Family Feud.
Yep.
The fedora, I guess, was a thing Steve Harvey used to wear.
Did he?
supposedly.
I just picture his big old mustache.
Right, I know, me too.
It's
Same.
like if you gave her a push broom mustache, maybe it looks
right,
more related. But I guess I could see it around the eyes.
Right, yeah.
Now I'm just picturing her with a mustache. Anyway.
Sorry, Monet.
Sorry, Monet. Nothing personal.
No.
Steve Harvey's whole thing in my brain is really just that mustache.
For real, yeah, same.
And his look of perplexity when people say weird things on
Right.
Family Feud.
I
That's
can't
also
even
fun.
remember like what his hair looked like when he had hair.
I cannot picture him with hair. I do not remember what
Yeah.
he looked like with anything but the lip hair.
Right. Same. Okay.
Okay.
Jane is not confident in the Steve Harvey Monet theory.
Okay.
So Jane decides it's time to do some damage control since she's on the chopping block,
Uh-huh.
and goes to apologize to Monet.
Okay.
So Monet shares the clue about Chris
Okay.
in full.
Oh, okay.
Jane is like, I don't know. Like I have to really think about it.
Uh-huh.
So then we see Carson going to Chris
Uh-huh.
to relay that Jane is related to Dolly Parton.
Huh.
That is her theory.
Okay.
Carson figures this out because the orchid
Uh-huh.
in her hair, there is a place called Tootsie's Orchid Lounge in Nashville
Okay.
where a lot of country music
People
musicians
are,
play.
Yeah.
The collar that was being worn,
Mm-hmm.
photoshopped in, was blue.
Oh.
So blue collar,
Yep.
9 to 5.
9 to 5.
Yep. So Chris then goes to tell this information to Gabriel and says, if you're in the bottom, pick Jane and guess Dolly Parton.
Okay.
So Jane figures out Chris's clue
Mm-hmm.
and shares it with Monet and Shane.
Okay.
They're like all sitting on the bed together, and Jane is like going through what it could be and is like, oh, I figured it out.
Uh-huh.
I wrote down at this point that my guess right now is Elvis.
Okay.
I think his eyes kind of look like Elvis. Chris.
Yeah. No, yeah.
And like the clue would point to
Mhm.
like Hound Dog, Tennessee,
Okay.
and in the 70s.
Yeah. I mean, his popularity spanned from like the 50s to the 70s.
Right, yeah. So
Like by the 70s, he died in the 70s.
yeah,
So
we were on our way out.
we were on our
but
way out.
Still pretty popular. So,
Yeah.
so the guess off.
Mm-hmm.
Jane is chosen as the guesser
Okay.
and chooses Chris.
Okay.
She guesses Elvis Presley, which is I didn't explain to you how the celebrity relative is shown. They have this screen and it'll do like a countdown, like a 3, 2, 1, like an old movie kind of.
Yeah.
And then it'll put the picture of the person up,
Okay.
whoever it is.
Okay.
If the person guesses
Yes,
correctly.
right. Yeah.
If it doesn't, it looks like the film burns.
Oh.
So the film burns.
Oh shit.
And I just put a bunch of exclamation points. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Ah.
It's wrong.
Okay.
She's wrong with Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
I'm wrong with Elvis Presley.
Yeah. I was a really big Elvis stan
Mhm.
growing up. Like as a kid.
Yeah.
This was surprisingly uninfluenced by Lilo and Stitch, but when Lilo also loved Elvis, I felt validated.
Hell yeah.
But so I knew at one point like all of his songs, and
Right.
I guess nothing was really saying Elvis to me here.
Right. Yeah.
But I don't know. I also didn't hear him sing.
Right.
So-
Yeah. It's all a thing.
Okay. All right. So
Um,
Jane's out.
Jane is out. So her celebrity relative is revealed.
Mm-hmm.
It's Dolly Parton.
Aw,
Dolly Parton is like her aunt. Yeah.
that's nice.
Jane is not named Jane.
Oh.
Her name is Jada Starr.
Aw.
Yeah. Dolly named her.
Aw.
She wanted to name her Jada Starlene.
Uh-huh.
But Jane's dad was like, no, we're not doing a lean name.
Fair
So-
enough.
And Jane just talks about how wonderful Dolly is.
Aw,
very
that's
sweet.
nice. I love Dolly Parton.
Me too.
She's a good.
She's so good. This all happens, and Carson then believes that Shane and Monet manipulated Jane to say the wrong name.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
So she's
Ba, ba, ba,
like,
ba.
well, and there was talk with everybody about like they need to split Monet and Shane up, like getting one of them out because that's obviously a pretty powerful duo.
Yeah. Well, Shane is apparently related to Eddie Murphy.
Yep.
A really blatant clue.
I'm trying to think if we know anybody else at this point. Had a theory about Hugo and Jimmy Carter.
But
Um,
who do you think Hugo's person is? You mentioned.
I know who it is.
Oh, okay.
I was doing research. Some of these photos
Mm-hmm.
are them next to their celebrity relative, and I had to cut it out.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, damn.
Yeah.
All right, then.
There's also 8 episodes out right now.
Oh,
So we're, most of the way through the season.
okay.
But I figured I would do it similarly to how we did last season.
Sure.
With 3 episodes each.
Okay.
So.
All right. Chris still looks very familiar.
Right? Yeah. But
It
I just, like, I
bugs
can't.
me.
And everybody was like, at first they were like, John Mayer. But, like, knowing his
I
celebrity relative was popular in the 70s.
That can't be.
Right.
Yeah. I think my brain went John Mayer for a hot second too, but then I dismissed that.
Right, yeah.
I gotta listen to him sing. I want to
Fair.
see if that does anything to me.
Yep.
All right. Well, I guess that wraps it up for this week.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for listening, everybody. We will be back next week with
Probably.
more of this. Thanks so much for listening. Special thanks to our patrons,
Emma,
Florence, and
Meg.
Meg. Thanks so much, guys. We appreciate you. We appreciate everyone for
Yeah.
listening. And we will see you all next week.
Yeah.
Bye.